Welcome to the MHA offices. I am Jennifer Smith, and I'm here today with Raul Sias.
Hi.
Hi, Raul.
Hi.
It is so great to meet you, and we're just so happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
As you started out in your high school career, you were the class that had COVID in your freshman year as you were just getting used to being at the high school. We had to be at home. And social lives were mixed up and things were kind of crazy in the whole world. That was what started your high school career. How did that impact you?
My freshman year was when COVID kind of really hit. So we were kind of a hybrid year. It was really strange seeing my computer screen for, I think we had half days at that point. So maybe for like 4 hours.
That's a long day.
Yeah. Well, I was used to playing video games all day, but it wasn't as fun, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I think it did lower my momentum just because being stuck indoors all day.
Yeah.
Well, I did prefer that just because that's how I am. Not being able to see my friends for weeks or months at a time really did kind of suck.
I know for me, it really made me very appreciative of that social connection.
Yes.
When we were able to come out of that. Yes. And so I would imagine that when you guys came out of the COVID era and you were able to come back to school and be back together with one another, that was probably something that was pretty remarkable for you all.
Yes, it was. And especially because at that point I tried to be more social because my sixth grade year I was really introverted and I realized that sucked. So I've been trying to be more outgoing since then.
Yeah.
So being able to come back out of that was great because everyone wanted to talk to someone.
Right.
Just to keep themselves sane.
So that kind of launched you as far as recreating yourself socially.
Yes.
That's good. Good outcome. So you were engaged with some of the programs that Aspire Arizona Foundation supports. As a part of your high school experience, and I know I cheated and I went to that breakfast, and so I got to see you receive awards. How did that impact your success with your programming?
So it was fantastic because being able to take college courses free of charge is just amazing. So because I won't have to experience that financial burden, and it lessened that. And I'm going to use my little cheat sheet here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But NAU has a kind of credit calculator tool, and it says I've earned about 39 credits or units with about a 33% of my degree done, 3/4 of my liberal studies done, 90% of my electives, and I think like 5% of my major.
That is incredible.
It launched me a lot, and I'm incredibly grateful to be able to do that.
So a third, that would be like a year and a half.
Just about, yes.
That you're done with already. And so you mentioned NAU. Is that where you're headed?
Yes, I'm going up there to major in history for secondary education, which means I'm going to be a history teacher, and then I'm going to come back here and
You're
teach.
coming back to Payson.
I am, yes.
That is fantastic. You are going to be just an absolute gem in our school.
Thank you.
So looking forward to seeing you be successful at that. So this one is kind of a broad question. What has been some of your most memorable experiences as a Longhorn?
So as a Longhorn, I've had a lot just because right now is my senior year. I'm in, 6 clubs. I'm in Key Club, Veterans Heritage Project, Lean Crew, National Honor Society, and DECA. And I'm including band because it's kind of like a club as well.
It's an extracurricular, sure.
Yeah, so I've been in majority of those for all 4 years. Key Club all 4, VHP, Lean Crew, NHS, and DECA for about 2. So it's been a fantastic time. I'm the president of Key Club, and I've been able to do a lot of community service to help out our community in and out. We've helped out the theater with their haunted house. We've done just some smaller things throughout the town, and even gone to a food bank a handful of times. So just as a Longhorn, I've been able to join a bunch of extracurriculars and really put myself out there, see what I like, and experience a whole different things.
It's pretty remarkable how much is available to our students, even just in our little community. I just am so grateful to leadership at the school for putting together all of these extracurriculars, because that's where you find belonging. It's where you find commonality with your friends. So very important. That's excellent feedback.
Oh, yeah.
So let's give a shout out. Is there somebody at the high school that has had the biggest impact on your life that you can think of?
So at the high school, there's a lot of people that have impacted me for sure. I have Miss Liddell. She's the marketing advisor.
Yeah.
So she runs DECA. She treats all of her students, especially her DECA students, as her second family, adopted
She's
family.
amazing.
She is amazing. I have Laura Pedersen up at PCS. She was a co-advisor for a Key Club last year, and she did so much that I feel bad because of how little I did to help her out. But she really taught me to at least step up and to really help out where I can. Miss Page, she's the advisor for VHP, so I've been able to connect with veterans in our community, and I was able to interview 2 of them. And just being able to talk with living history, for me especially, is super interesting. And I have 2 teachers at the middle school, which I think were the biggest impact in me. Mr. Davidson, Scott Davidson.
Oh, he's amazing.
He is amazing. I think he helped really fortify what values and morals, and that really helped. Yeah, that really helped fortify what I do in my day-to-day life.
Yes,
And
he's
then-
a treasure.
Absolutely. And then Mr. Lennon, he was that sarcastic, he kind of edgy teacher.
Yes.
So to a middle schooler boy, he was my favorite. But he said an offhand topic about teaching, where he said that he could be making a lot more money anywhere else, but he likes teaching, so he stayed here. And ever since I heard that in his advanced English arts class in 7th grade, I've said, oh, I want to be a teacher.
Oh, wow.
So he really set my career path.
That's fantastic. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I'm a little choked up. I got to be honest with you. That's pretty cool. So as we start to wrap up our conversation here, and you're wrapping up your high school career, what sort of advice would you want to give to younger students who are following behind you?
So, like I said, I'm a part of 6 extracurriculars.
Yeah.
So maybe don't do as many as you possibly can, but at least join one, just so you have something to look forward to after school. Because as a high schooler, you have school, friends, and maybe a job. But being in, I'll say Key Club because that's my favorite club. I get to do community service. I get to help out people. I get to meet people, and it's just wonderful. So doing an extracurricular, either a CTE class, a club, or a sport, it's fantastic because you get to really make your high school career worth something.
Yeah.
To where you're just not going to bed, homework, and sleep.
Sure. There's just so much added value there, and
Oh,
so many
absolutely.
more experiences. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Raul. Again, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
And we just absolutely wish you all the best as you go forward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.